Welcome back. Another epic update. Today, Ashley is behind the camera. Quick hello. We're here, joined with us today, one of our favorite people, Lorrie Baker from Rentals America. She's the business development gal, been over there for 6 years now. We love Lorrie. She's awesome. Rentals America has always been our go-to management company. I've been working with them for like 14 years, I want to say. And when Lorrie got, stepped into the role, you've just been kicking ass and taking names. So we're super stoked to have you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So Rentals America, I got connected with you guys actually from one of my Canadian clients. This is when a lot of my clients were buying investment properties, a lot of Canadians. I kind of had some less than desirable experiences with a lot of the management companies, and that was like a pain point of my business. And then one of my clients introduced me to you guys. I'm like, oh, here's another knucklehead management company, and way different experience. I think at that time you had like 360 something properties, and now it's 2,200 properties. So you guys have really scaled. But the thing that I always tell people when I'm having that conversation is like, oh, they're a big company. I'm like, they're bigger, but they haven't lost sight of who they are and kind of keeping it, small and in touch. And I think that's a huge, differentiator for you guys.
Yeah, we operate as a family-owned business, really. And so whether we are doing, an owner with one property or an owner with 5 properties, they really feel a more family type of business, and that's the way that we like it. So even though we have 3 offices, it is run just like a small business. So I love what I do. We've got a great team. Most of our teammates have been there for 7 to 10 years at a minimum, and we try to provide a great service to our owners and also to our renters.
You guys don't have a lot of turnover at all. I mean, there's a lot of managers I've been working with for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And when you tend to bring on new heads, it's usually just because you're growing, and that way you're not sacrificing quality, you know what I mean? So you have the people to service it. But no, you guys are fantastic. One thing that we do, obviously we work with a lot of investors, and we do the warm handoffs to Lorrie. Lorrie does the warm handoffs to us. We've got a wonderful reciprocal relationship. Luke and them, they stay in their lane, we stay in ours.
Yeah.
We mutually respect what each other's do, but when they have clients that need to buy or sell investment properties, you guys always trust us, and whenever we have people that need long-term rental needs, like without batting an eye, no question, follow him right to Lorrie.
Appreciate it.
And huge educator, kind of talk about the onboarding process, what you do, because it's not just like, filling out paperwork and this, like you deep dive with all these guys, and it's awesome.
Yeah. I want the owners to have a sense of comfort. So when they come to our team, I want them to get an education level as well.
Yeah.
So we talk about the tax write-offs, depreciation, property management, the expenses. We let them know that we are not financially motivated in any way when it comes to repairs.
Super
when
rare.
It comes
Super
to
rare.
it comes to getting that property ready or turnover, we are motivated to get it on the market quick and get it done at a good price.
Yeah.
And then also the vetting process, making sure we get some great clients in there, some great tenants. It goes both ways. We're equally as involved with both sides. We want both sides to really appreciate each other. And so regular inspections, amazing vetting process, just kind of keeping up on things with photo galleries, and just informing the owners all along the way, so they have that sense of comfort.
A lot of transparency.
Absolutely.
You guys have, like, between your portals and your 6-month check-in and on to your point, you guys don't do renovations in-house, which is, in my opinion, is a conflict of interest. Their cost is the client's cost. That's huge. And one thing that's unique is the guarantee that you guys do.
Yep.
Like, I'm sure there is companies out there. I don't know of any that, like, especially the level you guys do.
Not free of charge.
Not free of charge. Yeah. So dive into that, because that's a huge value add above and beyond what you guys already do.
Yeah. So there are a lot of companies that will do a percentage. So Rentals America is a flat fee. So whether your property rents at $900 or $6,000, it's still going to be the same price. We're still doing the same work for you. So that's really important. And if you can realize a higher gain in the years to come, you're not paying more. Why would you want to pay more for the same service?
Right.
So flat fee across the board, $99, and then our tenant guarantee. So the vetting process, super important to us. We're going to do nationwide search on criminal records, felony arrests, and evictions. And then what we'll do is, when we place that tenant in there, we want the owner to be aware that if they ever break that lease, they're replaced for free. We're going to put skin in the game. Same with evictions. legal fees, attorney costs. We're going to represent you in court. We're going to escort the sheriff to do the lockout. No charge, and that tenant is replaced for free.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
you know, it almost never happens, and it sounds awesome. It is awesome, but I think the fact that they don't actually have to execute very often at all. So it's a huge peace of mind guarantee. But to Lorrie's point, the fact that they do such heavy vetting up front statistically makes the guarantee almost not necessary, but it is a nice fallback, just peace of mind, especially if you're like an out-of-state owner. So it's just kind of like one extra layer that I think just like by far and away sets you guys up from any of the other management companies.
Absolutely. And those inspections are super important. So we let the tenant know when we're doing a move-in inspection with them that we're going to be back in 6 months. And we're going to do a full inspection inside and outside of the home with a full photo gallery uploaded to the owner's account. So whether they're 5 houses away or 500 miles away, they're going to know exactly what their property looks like.
Well, if they're a deadbeat tenant, just the fact that you guys are going to be checking in and get eyes on it, they're like, oh, we found another place over here to rent instead. Good riddance. Thanks. Later. You know what I mean? So I think it's another way to kind of add value. One thing I would love to discuss is Ashley, myself, a ton of our clients are one on our team, huge real estate investors, and we have these conversations with our clients when they're young, buying their first property. We're like, look, like I know we're talking with your son Ian. He's maybe buying his first place coming up here, which would be exciting. But just saying, hey, at some point, you're going to outgrow this house, and instead of selling it, keep it as a real estate asset. So I think when we talk about real estate hacks, a lot of people have these rates that they bought a couple years ago. They refied a couple years ago. They have a 2.75. They have a 3, and they're like, well, I want to buy a bigger place for my family. I'm like, don't lose that rate.
Hold on to it.
Keep it.
It's your retirement.
Roll it to a rental property. Buy something else. What's your take on that?
Absolutely. I mean, you can't borrow money like that anymore. So hold on to that. If you've got a really great property manager like us, we'll make sure that we're protecting your investment.
For sure.
We'll be checking in. You'll have less emotional attachment to it because now you're at a new place.
For sure.
And we'll just keep you informed as we go through the whole process. We'll check in at lease renewal. Hey, do you want to jump back into the market? Do you want to keep it for rent? What's your next goals? And we want to kind of work with our clients that way to make sure that we're doing exactly what they need.
Love it. People need to get a hold of you. They want to rent.
Yeah.
They want to rent their place. They want the best.
Yeah.
They want Lorrie. They want Rentals America. What's the contact info?
Call Rentals America. My information is 480-569-2776. You can reach me at Lorrie, which is LORRIE, at rentals.america.com.
Awesome.
Love to help you guys.
We love it. Thank you, as always.
Yeah, thanks, Jonas.
Pleasure.